One. Studio, mics are up. Welcome, Lagos. We talk sports inside of the locker room at 8:15 Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And this morning we're joined. So when I say we, I'm referring to Folu and
And
myself.
Valentine.
Yes, for smooth breakfast. We're joined
Yes.
by Biola
Oh,
Omowanle.
yes.
Omowanle, actually.
Omowanle.
Be delicious.
Good
Viola, it's
morning,
been a
guys.
while.
Yes,
Great to
it
have you back on the
has.
Smooth Airwaves.
Good to be here again. It's been too long.
Yes,
Too
it
long.
has.
But
Please.
good to be here. Tega had to make way for me today.
Yes.
So.
And happy birthday, Biola.
Thank
We
you.
know your
Thank
we know your
you.
birthday was yesterday, yes?
Yes, it was.
Nice.
And one of the best birthdays of my life, I must say. Especially because the D Tigers gave me a fantastic birthday present.
So
So,
something to talk about.
yes, I am definitely on a high this morning.
We like it.
Lagos, remember the hashtag for Twitter. It's hashtag lockerroom981.
Yes, indeed. And remember that you can watch how excited we are about today's sports stories up on our live stream. Just go to YouTube right now, youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because every time we go live, then you get a notification. You can catch the replays. It's just very exciting. It's very exciting.
And also for WhatsApp, our WhatsApp number for your messages is 0809 444 0981. Let's start with this first story now about Nigeria beating Turkey and earning their first ever win at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. So Sarah Ogoke led all scorers with 22 points. Evelyn Akator again got double figures as Nigeria won the first game at the FIBA Women's World Cup with a 74-68 defeat of Turkey on Sunday night. The Tigers shot 34% from the floor, a marginal increase from the 29% they recorded against Australia in their first game. But the Nigerians again out-hustled their opponents on the boards as they out-rebounded Turkey 43-39. The next group stage game is against South American side Argentina on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, September 25th.
Yeah, fantastic win. I mean, it's a relief to all Nigerians, really, after the first group game against Australia, losing
Yes.
by almost 20 points. Disappointing start to the tournament. But then, a whole lot of talk came into play. It's an African side, Nigeria. They have never won a FIBA World Cup game before. What effect? But then it's good to see the Tiger proving a whole lot of people wrong. They had one of the best preparations ever going in cups or any tournament, so they really had a point to prove, and they did that. Sarah Ogoke was a savior yesterday. Akato Akashili, almost everybody on points coming from the bench, starting. Everyone really had a good game, and like I said, they gave me a fantastic birthday present as well. But then it doesn't get easier knowing they'll be facing Argentina, a higher ranked team in the last group game, because Argentina have lost their first two games, which is very, very unusual. And they know they need one more win, at least that win, to qualify to the next round of the World Cup. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game for both sides, Argentina and then Nigeria. But I want to believe that this win against Turkey should be, a really big motivational factor for the Tigers. It should be. They had never won a game at the FIBA World Cup before. This is the first, and they are definitely on a high. It's really, really motivating. So going into the game on Thursday against Argentina, I want to believe we see the kind of team spirit they had yesterday as well. I mean, they had a really slow start, lost the first quarter and all, but then they bounced back, and it was a really, really good thing to see. So we are really hopeful that this happens again against Argentina. This time maybe a better start, and then they take it all through the game. So good luck to them.
I tell you who was not happy with the game, Turkey's coach.
Definitely
his face
not.
At the sidelines, he looked just incredulous. Like,
I don't think they really saw that coming.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
don't
see
think
that
so.
coming. I think they underestimated the Nigerian side, and that also played a factor in that. We hope they
Argentina-
underestimated again against Argentina, but we'll
Right.
definitely see about that. I hope they do not get overconfident with this win, though.
Yes.
That could be a major, major problem. But good luck to the Tigers on Saturday.
Indeed, best of luck, best of luck. Anyways, up next in more sporting news, let's talk about Chelsea, shall we? So Chelsea's 100% record in the Premier League ended by West Ham on a Sunday. It was Super Sunday, but it was a draw for them, 0-0. And after winning their first 5 games on a Maurizio Sarri, Chelsea's quality in the final third was severely lacking as Eden Hazard seemed suffocated by the Hammers midfield. Maurizio Sarri's side were looking to join Liverpool at the top of the Premier League, but they were denied by a resilient and enterprising display from their hosts.
Yes, I must say, really good game from West Ham. They have had it really rough since the start of the season, and Chelsea, of course, have been having it really smoothly. 100% record, okay, down the drain, but at least it wasn't a loss. At least I think it was a very funny weekend in the EPL generally. I mean, Burnley against Bournemouth was another one we didn't see coming. This was a result we didn't see coming, but of course it doesn't change so much. Chelsea are still contenders for this title. Liverpool, of course, still maintain that 100% record on top of the table at the moment. I think Maurizio Sarri is probably feeling the heat of the EPL right now. I mean, it's been a smooth run in the last 6 games, but going into the 7th game, 8th game, 10th game of the season, I guess he's beginning to understand the EPL more and see that it's nobody's a pushover. As much as West Ham haven't had a very good run, a very good start to the season. They had at least 1 point yesterday, and it shows Maurizio Sarri that he needs to do even better with the team. Even though he has the best team, they've started really well. A whole lot of work still needs to be done right there.
All right. Wonderful. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo struck 9 minutes from time to break Frosinone's resistance and help Juventus maintain their 100% start to the season. The Serie A champions rarely troubled keeper Marco Sportiello on what was proven to be a frustrating night for the team and their £99 million signing. But in the 81st minute, the Portuguese forward finally found the net with a firm strike from 8 yards. And in stoppage time, Federico Benedeschi fired in the second goal. How's that for you?
I mean, it was never ever in doubt. Cristiano Ronaldo was always going to start scoring for Juventus. I mean, in the first 3 games, the whole world had started talking. Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't scored for Juventus yet, but now he has scored 3 games in the last 3 goals in the last 2 games. It was never in doubt. No matter where Cristiano Ronaldo plays, he will find his scoring boots, and he has done that. I mean, he was the major factor to Juventus winning yesterday, and of course, 100% record, 5 games, 5 wins already. And with the likes of Roma and Napoli being very inconsistent, it's looking like Juventus are going to take this title again for the 100th consecutive time. Yes, it's not the 100th consecutive time, but that's how it's looking right now with the Serie A almost being non-competitive. Juventus, with the additional, with Cristiano Ronaldo coming into play again, makes them even stronger than they were before. So Cristiano Ronaldo, good game, good 5 games for him, even though he scored in just 2, but the goals will keep coming. Now that he has found his scoring boots, do not expect him to lose them anytime soon. So good win for Juventus, 100% record, another title in view for them right now.
That's right.
Up on Twitter, we've got a couple of messages that have come through very quickly. Chinwe Nancy, first of all, just saying, listen, congrats to the Tigers on their first ever World Cup match win. This is the best sporting news that I got yesterday.
I tell you.
They can do better and progress. All the best to them in their next game. Yes, Chinwe, that's how we all feel. We're very excited and we're very hopeful. Very hopeful indeed.
Yes, we are. And this one says, morning, everyone. I think Aimba will win this cup for Nigeria. No problem for Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we're not interested in that. Speaking of winning things.
Yes. No,
yes, let's move on now. Naomi Osaka is back in the news, but not for a victory. Oh, no. So US Open champion Naomi Osaka blamed tiredness after a surprise defeat in straight sets by Karolina Pliskova in the Pan-Pacific Open final. So Japan's Osaka was hoping to give home fans a victory to celebrate in Tokyo, but went down 6-4, 6-4 to the Japan. That's quite serious stuff. Osaka could simply not recover after being broken by the world number 8 in the 5th game of the first set. And as the strain began to show, she called for coach Sasha Bajin and groaned, "I feel so stressed out." She could barely bring herself to speak at the trophy presentation.
I must say it was no surprise for me. She was very obviously stressed out. I mean, it's not just been the busiest 2 weeks for her. It's been the busiest year of her career this year, winning more titles than she has ever won, playing more games, which is more important than any other year. So fatigue is definitely bound down to certain. She was on a 10-match win streak, and again, getting to the final at home is a really big deal. I think she needs to pick herself up. She was crying almost all through the trophy presentation, but I think she needs to pick herself up. She has had a fantastic year. She says she might not play in the next tournament as she prepares for the WTA finals, and it will be good to see her take some rest before she prepares for that. Yeah, she does.
Start pacing herself.
Yeah, she does need some rest. Cut down some tournaments before the season ending tournament itself. But so far so good. I think it's been a very good run for Naomi Osaka. Also, congratulations to Pliskova. We are not taking anything away from her. She started the year really rough. She's had it really rough in majors and Grand Slams, not winning as many titles I would have expected her to. But then good to see her again rising at least one spot in ranking today with the new WTA ranking. So really good title win. She was not one of my favorites to win this tournament, but then I'm really glad she finally did.
Thank you.
Biola. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Remember, you're listening to The Locker Room with Folu and myself, Valentine, and Biola, the Biolicious.
Yes.
Keep it here. Smooth 98.1.
So, this is a repeat. Yeah, this is a repeat of our first story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have Zverev, Tiger Woods, Joshua.
Thank you.
So it's this one.
Yeah. Zverev.
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 Oh, Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I'm trying to figure out an insurance story. Chinwe Nancy, we see you. What do we have here? Yeah, live stream is so delayed, so fun. Like hectically.
Is it network? I think. If we complain about the sound.
It's just minutes late. Here we go.
Yeah.
Back in. Headphones, please.
Mics are up. Yes, it does. Lagos, if you check your time, it's just about 8:30 here on Smooth 98.1. We're talking sports inside of the locker room. Remember that hashtag on Twitter, if you're following us at Smooth981, is hashtag lockerroom981 for your messages.
And send in extra messages to our WhatsApp number. It is 0809-444-0981. You're joining Valentine, myself,
Folu?
and Biola Omowanle.
Yep.
At Biolicious. All right, let's jump into our next story.
So Alexander Zverev beats Kevin Anderson on Sunday night to give Team Europe a victory in the second Laver Cup. So Zverev won the final 5 points to beat Anderson 6-7, 7-5, 10-7. His victory helped Team Europe beat Team World 13-8. Obviously, that's according to Zverev. He says, obviously, it was an amazing feeling. So special to clinch it for us guys. And Europe, great how it ended. Now, Team Europe won the first Laver Cup last year in Prague. The tournament moves to Geneva, Switzerland next year.
Yes, beautiful tournament. I absolutely love the Laver Cup. I mean, we see a bunch of players who are generally rivals, in quotes, coming together to play as a team. I mean, having Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Alexander Zverev, Grigor Dimitrov, Kyle Edmund in one team is absolutely fantastic. And of course, some of these players were in the same team Europe last year, the likes of Zverev and Roger Federer before Novak Djokovic and Grigor Dimitrov came in this year. And it's good to see how united they were, how they were celebrating, jumping all over each other. And of course, next week in another tournament, they become rivals again. But yeah, congratulations to Team World. Alexander Zverev, year after year, in the last 2-3 years, as young as he is, has proven, he keeps proving to be one of the best in the world. Maybe one of those who will take over from, the likes of Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, the big four who have been dominating for years and years. And, we've been talking about the inconsistency in men's tennis and women's tennis as well. I mean, when will the likes of Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, and Demore, who has been, out due to injury, when will they stop dominating? But Alexander Zverev has been one of those few players who has been sneaking in between them, has beaten almost every top player there is. And it's good to see that he was the one who actually won the tournament for Team Euro. Congratulations to them. I'm looking forward to the 2019 edition of that. Maybe the world can bounce back again. Maybe they need to get a couple of other players and make sure they win Team Europe next season. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Biola. Several messages have come through. Chimabi Victor from Alaba, first of all, welcomes you and says happy belated birthday. He says good to hear your voice after a while, but also says congrats to the Tigresses for making a statement last night. They shouldn't be complacent though, all because they have what it takes to defeat this Argentine team. Wishing them the best of luck. Yeah. And on Sarri, he says reality checked on Sarri. He should better change his tactics.
And it was the best way to do it. And definitely, this takes me back 10 years ago.
It's like nostalgia.
Yes,
it's beautiful. It's coming back.
I have to ask what gear is this, but then it's really good to see Tiger Woods very consistent when he's in form. Since 1997, after winning his first major title, he's still here 21 years after. That says a whole lot about Tiger Woods.
But then, Biola, you have mentioned a couple of things very important. His body has undergone quite a lot.
Yes.
I mean, all those surgeries, and we tend to see sports injuries tend to recur, and they tend to be recurrent problems. I mean, at what point do you think it would be time for Tiger to maybe hang up his golf club? Because you said yourself, you're one of the people earlier, and I was like, man, bro,
this guy just retire.
Bro, please, just take a seat, bro. We don't want to lose respect.
I think as it is, he's winning titles again, and I think I see him retiring on a high, not when things are low for him. Yeah. This is a really good time, and I wouldn't want to see him struggle again, and then retire. And I guess that was what he actually wanted. He didn't want to retire in the middle of the struggle. He wanted to come back into form and then maybe bow out. I think he's one of those players who would retire when we do not expect him to. Yeah. He's doing well, and all of a sudden he drops a bomb on us. So
he goes on holiday.
I think maybe the next 1-2 years really would be enough. He has absolutely nothing to prove anymore. But then he's looking forward to a record. Really, the highest number of titles is 82, and he has 80 at the moment. So maybe if he can get to that 82, 83, then he can hang his club.
Do you think we'll see him venturing into another sport, such as we've seen with Usain Bolt? Perhaps?
No, not Tiger Woods.
No, don't do it.
No, not with that. Maybe he could go into. What? No.
All right, that's a good segue, actually.
Maybe he could go into golf coaching or something, but I do not see swimming. Maybe no.
Something like
definitely not.
Just to help his spinal cord.
Baseball, maybe no.
Let's talk about something heavy. Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua has successfully defended his IBF, WBA, and WBO heavyweight titles by beating Alexander Povetkin at the Wembley Stadium. The 28-year-old triumphs through a 7th round stoppage after he sent his Russian opponents crashing into the canvas with a straight right hand and left hook. Now, Povetkin regained his footing, but did not last long, as a ruthless Joshua piled in before referee Steve Gray brought the contest to an end. Victory saw Joshua extend his unbeaten professional record to 22 wins from as many fights with 21 knockouts.
Yes.
Joshua, though.
Fantastic. 22 wins, 21 knockouts. I mean, at this stage in Mike Tyson's career, he was still trying to win his first major title. But then at the end of the day, just look at Anthony Joshua winning and defending his title 6 consecutive times.
Yes.
That is
AJ.
massive. Of course, everybody loves AJ. You cannot not love AJ.
I'm president of his fan club. Shakwa, our vice president, is alive. No, we know ourselves.
And then what will you put people like
Femi
you?
is what we really call him. People don't. You're not really familiar with that.
Okay.
You understand?
What will people likes of Uriel?
No, now we know. I know what Folu means. You know, almost everywhere we read headlines saying Nigerian born or British Nigerian, something. We just have to put the Nigerian into it. But yes, he's from Shagamu here. He's our brother. Yes, he is. He's our brother. And it's good to see that 22 fights, 21 knockouts is a real big deal. You have just one unanimous decision win. It's big. But then we look forward to his next match, which will be in April. We do not know who it might. Maybe he really, really wants Wilder. He's desperate. He's desperate for Wilder. I think I would like to see that too. But then we first have to see the Wilder Tyson Fury match in December, and I think the winner of that match will definitely determine who he would be facing. But regardless of even if Tyson Fury wins that, I do not think Joshua wants to face Tyson Fury. He's going for Wilder, and he will have Wilder.
Because that guy has been talking too much.
They have both been talking too much, really, about a fight that has not yet been fixed. But then we'll look forward to see that again in April. Maybe it will be a 23rd consecutive win for him. We'll see about that.
Biola, Biola, thank you very much. We've got a few minutes left when we come back from this break, so keep listening. We are talking sports inside the locker room on Smooth 98.1. We need one more story.
Okay.
So open up a couple on Sky Sports, like I said, maybe Koba.
We could talk. Barcelona's 100% record also ended.
Oh yes,
So
yes, that's true. What do you know?
Every home will be all about the puffs. That's right. Every home deserves the new Golden One Puffs breakfast cereal. The new Golden One Puffs available in 500-gram pack and 50-gram sachet for a nutritious and tasty breakfast. Get your
Just maybe just type on Barcelona versus Girona. Girona, that's it.
Excuse me.
Amenities in secure environment. 20 minutes from the Ikeja airport, 15 minutes from the mall, and comes with a CFO. I'm not even done. Prices from 1.73 million naira, and you get instant allocation. Fairmont Alagbado, living the fine hilltop lifestyle just for you. Call 090-900-49885 or visit PropsyMartLTD.com. You see, just 30 seconds. You're welcome.
Because people going places live an active life, they need a reliable roll-on to keep them fresher for longer. So they trust the new Dubai
We're back.
roll-on. The new Dubai range of roll-ons is expertly blended to keep you fresh all day long. Dubai
Studios live.
gets
Max
you
are up.
further.
This is IDK. You're tuned into Nigeria's #1 station, Smooth 98.1.
And you're listening to The Locker Room. It's part of the Smooth Breakfast with Folu.
And with Valentine, and joining us in the studio this morning, we have Biola.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the Orlicious. We've got lots of messages coming through, so we'll take one or two of those before we go into our final story and talk a bit about Barcelona, shall we? Nathan Njoku sends in this one. He says on Twitter, so earlier we were told by the English FA that VAR will be used this season in selected matches. They should start soon, because the linesmen for the Liverpool versus Southampton and Arsenal versus Everton games really needed the help.
I agree.
While he also says we are top of the EPL table without any intention of letting go anytime soon. I'm going to enjoy the moment as long as it lasts.
Liverpool fan, obviously.
It will last to the end of the season, but we do need to be scoring more goals. And Chinwe Nancy asks, please, can you guys tell AJ to fight outside London? Then let's know his work outside his home.
People are saying
Then
it's
why
competition.
did Fury block AJ? Is he afraid of AJ?
We have this one in from MI from Akoka on WhatsApp. He said, this was a great weekend of football across the top leagues. Shout out to the betting companies who secured the bag. Hashtag secure the bag after Chelsea, Barca, and company lost their perfect stats.
Yeah, the
Now-
likes of Roma also lost. against
Exactly.
Bologna.
He said the bookies did not find this funny. The tiger is back in the woods. Yay!
Wow.
Hashtag huge.
No
Right.
pun intended, right?
Tigers are usually in the savannah, but okay, we understand what you're saying there. Next one, we got this story. We have to talk about Barcelona. Rotation modes continue as the Red leads Girona to a draw. A bit of an issue for them. They did miss out on their perfect unbeaten
Yeah.
record 5 games in. But what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think this was bound to happen at some point, especially after getting that red card. Lenglet getting that red card for Barcelona. And of course, that was a real big dampener. And at the same time, to be honest, Barcelona have been just trying to grind out the wins. They haven't been super impressive. They have been winning, they have been getting the results, but the play hasn't been so fluid. It hasn't been so beautiful. And of course, the rotation, we do not know what Ernesto Valverde is doing. Very inconsistent
He tried to brush
lineups
faces.
and all. Maybe he's just trying to give every player the opportunity. At the same time, you have to be consistent. We need to know the players who can, form a cohesion together. And so far, in the last 5 games, that has not happened yet. I hope somehow the players didn't seem happy yesterday. The likes of Piqué, who somehow got that draw for Barcelona, also wasn't happy. A whole lot of fans have been complaining about the rotations. I think this is when Ernesto Valverde needs to loosen up a little. He's been a little rigid, and this is not the Barcelona way at all. It is not the Barcelona way with the whole rotation and all. So they need to have a little bit of cohesion if they want to retain their La Liga title, if they want to go further again in the UEFA Champions League. A lot of that comes into play. But then 100% record, but they haven't lost yet.
Yeah, they haven't lost.
Awesome.
Yet.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Viola, thank you so much for that. We appreciate having
Thank
you
you
on
for
here.
having me.
Please find her up on social media. She is at Biorlicious.
Yeah,
Yes,
with a
yes.
BEE first.
Yes.
Indeed.
Lagos coming up next. We get to talk at 9 o'clock. The number to call at that time is 0144899181. We'll be picking up one of the stories we treated inside of Freshly Pressed. Thank you, Biola.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Lagos.
Thank you,
Nice
guys.
one. Thanks, my darling.